Good, are you?
Good, 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 good. We're just gonna go over the new software, and then any questions that you have, we'll do like a little basic mastermind tonight. I'm not gonna go crazy, but yes,
See
there
my
you go.
screen?
Okay.
Yeah, I can see your screen. So now, did you sign
Woo!
up? Did you sign up already?
No, not yet.
Okay, so it's free for two. It's free for 2 weeks, so you can cancel at any time. But scroll down over here. So let me explain the difference in the pricing packets to you. So go scroll up just a little more now so we can go over it. Perfect, right there. Little left, little lower. So we go perfect, right there, right there. So when we talk about the basic report is for the client, for the credit repair companies. Why do we want to do the credit repair companies? So Noah, for example, your reason that you would choose this 1899 program is that guy that you currently have, the two guys that you're doing your credit repair with, you would then pull a report every month in our software. When you pull the report, you would see what has been deleted because it's going to give you a progress report. Okay. Now it's basic. This is not crazy. That's why it's only 18 bucks a month. It's nothing. This is not, I want you guys to understand something. I didn't make this astronomically expensive knowing what was offered. I made this affordable in the sense that it's going to grow. Wow, we actually got people coming in. Holy shit.
Hey, love
I
it.
can run a mastermind on a Friday night. This is great.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when you do that, you're gonna get that progress report, and that progress report is now whatchamacallit, that progress report is now able to send to the client, and now the client will know exactly what has been removed, what has been updated. If anything new comes on, it'll be able to see it. Now the basic plan is going to add one more thing. It's going to add the progress report, and it's going to add the analysis letter, which you can start a basic funding letter to the client. And that funding letter will tell them what's good and what's bad, right? And what's good and what's bad. They can see that, and then they can fix their credit. They can fix their credit knowingly. So it goes. And then the ultimate package is where I went crazy. It is exactly what the bank is looking for. It is going to legitimately tell you if you're ready for funding or not. Everybody's fixing their credit because they want money. We know that. We've discussed this in 4 or 5 masterminds. We've seen that everybody that's talking about this is doing this because they want money for some which way, shape, or form. They want to buy a car, they want to buy a house, they want to. So let's get you set up for that. Let's get you set up in your grouping so you have exactly what you need to get what you're looking for. Now, FYI, this is not done. This is just the first one. This is just the first one. I am going to make another underwriting form for a couple of other different things, but I'm still working it out. We need to see if there's a little movement and there's a little understanding in the software. My funding guys are eating it up already. They've already signed on and paid. Um, you guys want it, I'm giving it away for free. I want you guys to test it. I want you guys to see what it is. And don't think I haven't spoken to the big wigs that own the softwares, because I've spoken to them as well. But my thing is, I'm not looking to make a bag. I'm not. I don't want it. I don't want it. What I want here is to give that knowledge out so that you guys are ready, so you guys can go make a bag. My bag is coming. I want everybody to know that. My bag is coming. There's a piece I'm going to add that I am going to charge an arm and 2 legs for. But it's going to be lights out, but it's going to take some AI help, and it's taking me a lot longer to build than I thought it was going to. I'm 3 years in the making of it. This is just the preliminary part. So just to give you an idea of what we have, the resources we have, it is absolutely lights out for what we're doing. And that my thing is for everybody that should be testing, test the ultimate. Learn about the insight, learn about the whatchamacallit, um, the underwriting sheet. Because now you're not looking at it from a person that doesn't know anymore. And you guys have seen this sheet. FYI, when I've done a mastermind, I've been pulling the sheet up and doing my masterminds with the sheet. It's not that you didn't know. I was going into my software because nobody's building this into their software and they refuse to because it's too much coding. The thing that happened is the owner that I own this product with, the other owner, we had built the sheet out 10 years ago and we decided to go mainstream with it. This was just a private thing that we had that I was using to pull with Identity IQ back in the day. So just to give you guys an idea, this is not new. This is old technology for the two of us. We just made it new. But we went ham because now I see, again, when we were funding wasn't as mainstream as it is now. Nobody was talking about go get a bag. You were coming to us because you came through affiliate network that came to us and then we got you funding. So we had to figure out how to put this through. A lot of people used to give us a lot of pain, a lot of pain, but at the end of the day, we got this here. And once we got this here, we came to this, we saw this. Now there's a couple of items that this software was missing, and not throwing shade at it. It's just I look at it from a business owner's standpoint. I don't look at it from an everyday person standpoint. You need a progress report. You need to see a progress report. Jamar, how long you been in this software? How long you been using M2?
Man, man, honestly, I'm new to all of this. I think I jumped on June.
June. Okay. So you're 4 months? Yeah, you 4 months. Yeah, you
4 ways.
You have 4 reports that you could have pulled. If you could look at all 4 of your reports at the same time, right? And compare it all to see what's coming off, what's coming on. As a person, just a regular person, wouldn't that intrigue you a little bit?
Most definitely.
and this is the thing of what I'm talking about tonight is we're trying to talk in the sense and let people know that this is what, and I've spoken to the owner and they like, this is what was missing. This is truly what was missing. And having this changes your whole game. Now, our progress, our analysis letter is nowhere where I want it to be. I wanted it to take the credit report and start highlighting the negatives in each thing. Now, my guy was like, no, we're not doing that. But at the end of the day, he told me no because it would have prolonged this until after the new year. I want to get this out now. I want to get this out in money holding season because this is the time when people are holding their money close to their chest. So when we start looking at a product and you're like, damn, this is doing exactly what I needed to do, all of a sudden it changes that level of where we're going. We're changing that ideology of what it is. Now, Noah, for you personally, how many clients you have? I think you have you and 3 others, correct?
One of them just dropped off.
Okay, so one of them just dropped off. Well, we're gonna work out. Me and you got to do a one-on-one soon. We gotta figure that out and get you rocking and rolling. That
made my night. That made my night that you said that.
Well, no, I got you. We're gonna do a one-on-one, you and I. The pro one, get that to learn your funding, but the basic or the basic ultimate is both good for you because you come in, you get your progress report, you're doing your credit, you're just doing your credit, you're looking at the person's credit, you're getting them. You got to learn funding. When you learn funding, you put them into there. Your thing is you got to market funding to clients that don't need funding. They need to get their credit repaired. Now, I asked this the last class. Let me ask you boys this. Let's see if the mindset has changed in class. And Jamar, I think you was there. I think you were there. How much would you pay to fix your credit? Jamar, how much you paying to fix your credit now?
How much am I paying?
Yeah, how much you gonna pay to fix your credit?
How much will I pay or how much
will you pay? How much would you pay?
Damn. I don't know. I never really sat down and put a number on it.
All right, let me put a number on it for you. Let me put it on a let me put a
I
number
paid
on it.
2,500
I was
before.
thinking 140.
Okay, look at everybody. Look at it.
Okay.
Let me put a number on it for you. Would you pay $1 million to fix your credit?
Heck no.
I mean, it depends.
Why? Why? I love the gears, Jamar. Let me see those gears, brother. Let me see those gears. Burn them.
I mean, I could buy so many other things with $1 million, and
Wait for it, Noah.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait.
No, look
Come on,
back.
come on, bring it home. Don't let me down.
No, it's just that I know, man. I just know the value and the power of the credit, man. It's just, we talking,
Attaboy.
we talking multi-millions. You know,
Attaboy. Keep it, bring it,
yeah.
just hammer it home. Just hammer it home. Anybody that won't put a high number on their credit, okay, well, that doesn't truly understand credit. Right now, if somebody told me to pay $100 million to fix my credit, I would pay it. I would absolutely pay it.
Yeah.
And people look at me, are you fucking crazy? Are you out of your damn mind? Yes. Why? Here, boys. 515 credit score. I went to having this. This right here. I went from having nothing, zero. This I went from negative because I owed the bank. I owed Capital One money. I went to having this. This is almost $500,000 in my back pocket. So when you think about it, let me talk about this. $1 million, right? $1 million house. That's your first thing. There's your $1 million house. Okay. Now let's take it into business aspect. Let's not even hold on. I'm gonna take it first personal and then I'm gonna take it business. Okay. Business, personal, the $1 million house that you and your spouse want or your significant other. Okay. That's what you want. The $1 million house. That's $1 million right there. Right. Now, let's be real. We're all getting to a point where cars are getting expensive. It doesn't matter if it's American, it's German, it doesn't matter anymore. They're all expensive and they all cost about the same amount. So we're looking at about another $100K for a car. That's now 1.1. Ready? Okay. Anything else that's a 1.1 for your car. How about guys, give me something else that we can buy in credit. Shit. A boat. Ooh, my boy bought a boat to
golf course.
Golf course. Well, not yet. That's a business. That's a business, but we'll get there. Stay on the business side. What, Eugene?
A C8 Corvette.
C8 Corvette. That's like 120, right? But
Shit.
cars, depreciating assets, watches, businesses, not businesses, watches. All these things that we want can be bought on credit. Okay, that's the thing. It can be bought on credit. Now let's take it to the other side, okay? Because those are depreciating assets. Let's buy an appreciating asset, okay? I can take $500,000 out, right? Go put that on a down payment on a building, right? Buy the building now because I got good credit. Buy the building now. $500,000. What can I buy at 10%? I can buy what, a $5 million building? That's all I got, like $5.5 million building between that round. I buy $5 million building, right? That $5 million building now is net averaging me a month.
Are you qualified to do this? What? Especially when it comes to your finances. You are a certified planner.
I'm a CFP professional.
CFP professionals are committed to acting in your.
I was like, wait, what? The base, you can buy you can buy your $5 million location. You take your $5 million location, your rent will cover your card. You pay your card back every month. You pay your card back minimum plus. Okay. Get that money back, build your credit again, get your credit higher, and now you have that asset. Now you can buy businesses that are already cash flowing. Okay. So now what happened? Your golf course. What happened? What else, Noah?
Laundromat.
Laundry. You heard me on that one. You like that one. I love laundromats. I can't for the life of me find a good one. I want one so bad right now. I want one like I want a steak. You know, I going into this to this thing and was just looking for it. being able to buy that business. Because what happens? We don't just buy the business, right? We buy the business to buy our products. Eugene, I know you got background noise. I don't mean to be rude, brother. Just be respect. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. And just come off mute when you want to talk and just put it out with the background noise. But I'm not gonna not chastise you. But at the end of the day, you want to buy something, right? How many people want a Lambo? I know I do. Shit.
Actually, I would sell the Lambo and
What
like
would you want? What do you want?
something a
Ferrari.
little less than a Lambo, but
Ferrari? Okay.
Yeah, right.
No, what do you want? You want a T8?
Ferrari, that
Ferrari. Okay. So actually, guys, just to let you know, the Ferrari is higher than the Lambo. The Lambo's on the lower mark, but all right. Look, they got that new Ferrari truck that's really sick, but it'll be a while until I get to that point. But when we look at it, just to give you that idea, how much is that Ferrari truck? If I remember correctly, it's like 500,000 right now. Okay. 500,000 on an 8-year loan, on an 8 years, right? Just to give you a thing, if you want to finance it. I'm going to teach you guys something tonight that's going to be crazy. 500K, just to give it at what is it? 8 years, 84 months, right? If I remember correct.
8 years, 84 months.
Right, 84 months.
Yeah.
$6,000 a month.
You said
6K a month. That's not including the interest. That's not including interest. I'm going to tell you something that I just learned. Buy the fucking car. Buy the fucking car. And I'm saying that to everybody in here. Eugene, you want that C8? Go buy it.
No, I'm gonna get it. I'll get it.
No, but I'm telling you, when you got the money, don't second guess yourself. Go buy it.
I got the money, but my credit's not all that. So if I go buy it, I'm gonna get fucked on interest, which I can get pre-approved.
But you could get refinancing as you fixing your credit, brother. You take 3 months, 4 months, get your credit back right. Take 8 months, get your credit back right. Refinance out, don't get messed up, and hopefully, your credit is at such a level because you come into these classes and these masterminds that you're learning how to build yourself as well. That now you're boosting yourself past where you need to be, and you refi down. I'm about to do it with my car. My car's almost $1,400 a month. If I refi out now, it goes down to $1,000 a month. $400 savings. But I'm gonna still pay that $400 every month.
right.
That I'm saving now because it's gonna go to the principal.
I feel
Yeah,
like
I can feel
that
you.
car got that dog out in you.
What happened?
I said I feel like buying that car brought that dog out in you, man.
Buying the car did something special for me. I don't have my. Go for it.
And gave you that drive?
No. It gave me some. I came from nothing, guys. I want you to understand that. I'm never gifted a golden spoon. My dad came off the boat from Africa. Like, he had nothing. We had nothing. We grew up with nothing. So, in the sense, we built up everything. But what was told to me is if you don't get trophies as you build up and you don't buy what you want, you're not going to keep going. You're going to lose that drive, first and foremost. But secondly,
Yeah, that's what I meant, the drive, because like you have to have that drive. Like one time I only had $30,000 and I went to go buy a Rolex and it kind of let me in a bind, and that and 6 months later I saved more money doing that because it made me like kind of like survive and starve, you know.
But every time you look at the watch, it changes your mentality.
Yeah.
It changes
Brought out
your
that dog in you.
it definitely, yes, Noah, absolutely. Absolutely. You change the mental. So the car for us, when I bought that car, because we bought it, I didn't lease it. I know we bought it. It was a little older. It wasn't brand new, but I was like, fuck. And I say this truthfully. Like, people don't realize that. Like, that was the real thing. I'm like, I just bought four of what my dad bought in cars in one car.
What car was it?
I bought an X7 M50i.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. And it's my wife's car. I don't have a car yet. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to get a little stronger, and I'm gonna pick up something for myself. But when I look at this, and I tell you guys this, I struggle. But every time she turns on that car, every time she drives that car, I'm happier than a pig in shit.
Yeah.
I know what it took me, the credit, it took me the struggles, it took me the pain, everything to get to here. It took me the knowledge, the learning, the investment. What other people won't tell you, I'm telling you. The building to get to where it is. And Noah, you say the dog? Oh man, there ain't no dog big enough to counteract this, man. It brought a bear out. It brought an absolute bear out. But why do I tell you buy the car? It's not because of that. When you guys get to that point where you can get in there, people who have money look for other people that have money.
That's true.
When I see a guy that drives a Rolls Royce, I go, damn. When a guy that owns a Rolls Royce sees another guy that owns a Rolls Royce, well, what does he do for a living?
Let me, and when you have a chance, I want to tell you a really good story that changed my life.
Go for it.
So I I quit my 9 to 5 job. I was an electrician as a journeyman, and got tired. I was at a cap of $110,000 a year, and I wanted to make more money. It was just that was gonna be my like basically no more going up. It was gonna be like until I'm old. I'm 28 years old right now, and this was 3 years ago. So I started my TV mountain business, and I couldn't get my master's license, so I started TV mountain business, and I started mounting TVs at people's houses, high rises, and I
Oh,
started
I was like, TV now? What's TV now? Tell me, explain to me. No, TV
TV. Yeah,
mounting. Yeah,
yeah,
smart.
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So that was like a side business that started picking up and it started blowing up. And then one time I mounted a TV at this kid's house that's 24 years old, and he saw my Rolex, and he saw me do a call, like a closing call, making more calls for sales. And he's like, "Hey, bro, why don't you come work for me?" I'm like, "Nah, bro, I'm good." And then he was like, "Nah, for real, come work for me." I was like, "What do you do?" I sell solar. And then after that, that was November of last year, and I didn't believe how much money solar.
You're killing it in solar right now, and you're making a
Yeah,
shit ton in solar right now.
yeah,
That's
about sometimes in a good month, like 40,000. In a bad month, like 7,000.
I
And if
have
I'm lazy, $0.
I have a friend a friend of a friend that told me he's got a guy that makes 750 G's a month.
Yeah, my mentor makes like 1.3. My sales director, they have a Lamborghini, Rolls Royces, and they got it off cash, no credit. And you know what's crazy now? They're asking me to fix their credit, and they
Good.
have money.
But that's you got okay, guys.
And
So
that's what I'm trying to tell you. Back to the story of what you're saying. It all started with a Rolex. It all started with that Rolex in my wrist. That's my point.
but it's not but it's I want to touch base on what you just said. Just because you have money doesn't mean you're good with money. Doesn't mean you're good with credit. You know who the worst people with credit and money is? Doctors and CEOs. Fortune 500 people are the worst with money and credit. It's not because they don't have money to pay. It's because they don't have time to pay. There's no excuse not to put your shit on auto pay. There's no excuse.
Yeah, that's true. I
Or
have that problem too.
you have that problem. You have that problem. Let's be real though. You have that problem because you didn't learn financial literacy. You didn't learn financial literacy. At the end of the day, financial literacy tells you right at the beginning to avoid any problem that you have, right? Don't ever spend above your means. Always save a third of what you make, right? And always have, now, this is what they say, and I'll tell you what I say. Always have 6 months of bills in savings in the account. I say bullshit to that. Fuck that 6 month shit. Have a year, if not more. because you never know what's going to happen. You never know when you're going to be down. It took me 3 years to get back on my feet when I lost everything. It took me 3 freaking years. But if I didn't have 5 years worth of savings, I would have been dead in the water. I would have taken a BS job just to make ends meet. But that's the thing. When you don't know financial literacy, that's the problem. And it's not about the 40,000 who's making 40,000. It's even coming with the guy that's making $1,000. If you know how to live within your means, trust me, you will grow exponentially.
The part where you lost everything, was that reference to COVID?
Yeah. Right after. So I don't know if I know no you probably heard the story, but COVID hit me hard. COVID hit me really hard. We had started the funding company 6 months before COVID. We were starting slow. So we launched a credit company and we had the funding company launched at the same time. My business partner was already running his funding company, so he was already doing it for like 4 or 5 years. And we launched a credit repair company because he wanted to funnel the funding clients into the credit repair company, fix the credit, bring them to the funding company, and then fund them. This is what everybody should be doing. If you're fixing credit, you should be doing funding. That's it. There's no two ways about it. You should be doing both. So when we did that circle, I met an affiliate. I met a guy. He saw me. I was marketing on Facebook. I met a guy. He started talking to me, BSing with me. Everything was great and gravy. And all of a sudden, he's like, "Well, can you fix my client's credits?" He had a merchant cash advance company. Long story short, they did credit card stacking. We did credit card stacking, but they had nobody to do it. He sent us clients over. Within the first month, we did $2.4 million in funding, and we walked away with something like $400,000, $500,000. I walked away with 102K, 103K in my first month. I bought the first thing I did, guys, and this God's honest truth, the truth. I bought my wife a wedding band. Not her wedding band, her engagement ring. And then I went on a bender. I just, not a stupid bender, but on a bender. I went and bought steaks when I shouldn't have been, but I was doing like, that poor man's mentality at that thing. I was paying for things like, taking care of the people who were taking care of me when I didn't have it. Like I was going back and doing that. Long story short, got back to where I needed to, but COVID came, killed the business. It killed the credit business, and it killed the funding business within a matter of hours, or a matter of weeks. We couldn't find anybody to fund. PPP loan came out, everybody was getting a PPP loan, and that was it. So that game has slowly grown, but here's the thing. It became mainstream because somebody went and took a mastery course that learned how to make a course on it and started selling it to everybody else how to do funding. And that's what happened. This is why everybody sees the market so saturated with funders. It's not because nobody knows how to do funding. It's because it's saturated now because of what had happened with COVID. COVID destroyed the whole thing. And that's where it went. But I come back always to the same thing and what I've known. And what I know is very simple and very basic. Fix your credit, have good money management techniques, have those two things, right? You'll be able to get the money. You're able to get the money, buy the business, rinse, repeat. Rinse, repeat. That's it. And just keep going and just keep going. All of a sudden, you'll watch yourself. You'll be boom, 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 boom. And now you'll look at yourself and you're in a tax bracket and you've killed all generational curses that have happened to you and your family. And now you're just stupid wealthy and you're like, what just happened? What just happened? You look back on 10 years and you'll be like, where are you? And God's honest truth, I'm talking to you from a standpoint where I've already killed my generational curses, which I didn't even think was possible. I thought I would hit after I lost that job, that job, just over broke. After I lost that job, I thought I was just gonna fall into the same thing that my dad did and my mom, and I wasn't gonna get anywhere. But at the end of the day, didn't. I didn't. Now, don't get me wrong. She's walking around behind me. It all's got everything to do with the person that's with you and the person that pushes you on. So everybody's got to understand this. Mental fortitude is very hard when you're doing it. But the minute that you have somebody with you, I thank that lady in the back over there that's walking around, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be giving you guys this stuff. I knew it, but I wouldn't be able to do these one-on-ones and these masterminds and these Zoom meetings and carry on and have a good time and look at everybody in the face. I wouldn't be able to do it. I know I wouldn't have. It's not because I didn't believe. I just didn't have the self-worth at the time to be able to do it. And now I do. I built myself up with my wife, and my wife is she's my crutch, but she's why I want to build up and get stronger. So the same thing with you guys is, as you're building, you're going to find yourself. You're going to find yourself in the darkest, you're going to be the darkest, nastiest hole that you've ever been in your life. And the darkest, nastiest hole starts with your credit. People don't realize that's that dark and nasty hole. I don't care what's on your credit. It's a dark and nasty hole when you're not getting approved for the stuff you want to get approved for. Whether it's a car, whether it's a mortgage, whether it's a loan to buy a piece of property and start your investment business or start any investments that you're doing. That's that dark hole. And that's where you got to start prepping yourself. Now, Jay, I know you come in whenever you can. And actually, I wanted to do a little later one because of you. I figured that you like the later ones at night. So I want to see what the turnout was. And this is great. I didn't expect 3 people to join up. So this is great on a Friday night. This is the super mastermind. But this is the thing that we want to do. I want to give to you guys as much as I possibly can. I'm going to give you my story. I'm going to. And I'm going to give you how I woke up one morning and it just clicked. I am missing one thing from being a millionaire. I know what I'm missing. Marketing and advertisement. Once this piece is finished, I'm a millionaire. I got the products. And that's the thing you got to know. You've got to have that self-look in you and look around and say, okay, what do I have around me? Where am I failing? Where am I succeeding? What am I succeeding at? What am I failing at? You have to have that ability to be able to self-reflect. Now, Noah, I know you know this a lot. I know you know this from the biblical sense that you got to be able to self-reflect. You have to be able to self-reflect on all aspects of your life, including business, and be able to attack. Look, when the water is chummed, and I'm going to say this to you guys over here, when the water is chummed, the baby shark is going to attack. I want you to understand that. When the water is chummed, the baby shark is going to attack. It doesn't matter because it's got to eat. You want to be a shark in the water? You got to go and get it. You got to remember this. Somebody told me this, and I love this damn line. A shark is the only one that's born a shark in the water. It's still born nasty. It's still born scary. It's the only one that's born a shark in the water. Even a wolf and a lion look cute when they're young. Not knowing what they will become in the future. But a shark knows what they are. They're the apex predator. They're number one. And I'm that damn apex predator. And then the way that you become the apex predator is understanding every single thing that's going on. You know why we named this company My Ultimate Insight? Because it was the insight to everything that you guys weren't learning. It's the insight to everything that you guys were left out upon. That's why we named it My Ultimate Insight. I spent, no exaggeration, I spent 14 hours combing through Chat GPT to find the right name because I wanted it to say visualization. I wanted it to be a visual of what you guys were going to see, hear, and look at. I wanted you guys to be able to see it. That's why we did that. That's why I can't. My ultimate insight, I was like, damn, I really like that name. And then we found it and it was there. Ultimate Insight. Ultimate, if you go look it up on GoDaddy right now, Ultimate Insight's like $14,000 to buy that domain name. I was like, damn it, I want it. But we'll get there. We'll get there. I'll wind up buying it later in the future. But yeah, I give you guys a lot of different things, and it's going to grow. It's going to grow. Now, Noah, what's your question with the software? Did you pick a thing that you want to sign up for?
I guess I'll go with the basic 25 then.
Get the basic 25. You don't have to share your screen as you're signing up for it. But stop the shit.
Wait.
Go for it.
So this is like basically the same thing Metro 2 is?
No, this is not anything to do with Metro 2. So this is my version of the software, and I'll show you what it looks like. Let me pull up my version. I'll show you guys.
So this is not about credit repair. This is like
it is credit repair, but it's not credit repair in the sense of what you're looking at. And I'll get Metro 2 up after. We're gonna discuss a little bit of everything tonight.
Let me pick another company name.
So, why do you have a specific question you want to go into, Eugene?
Yeah, like is this like basically the same thing but just a different software?
No, so I would never compete with them too, because they feed me. So at the end of the day, it is God's honest truth. At the end of the day, I would never compete with them. What I did was I built what they were missing.
Oh, I get you. Yeah, because one thing I did notice, bro, I got a credit letter. So this is what happened. I got a credit letter from Equifax saying that the maybe that's why I kind of heard what you were saying earlier, but basically saying these credit repairs that you disputed are not even in your credit repair.
Not even in your credit report. Yes.
Yes, and then they reopened it.
They reopened it?
Yeah.
They personally reopened it, or the account?
I don't know who opened it, but I got a notification.
So what happens is they have to send out a thing to the bureau. Okay? The bureau has to go about it. Now, you need to understand something. There is a negative part to Metro 2. There's one negative part to Metro 2. One negative part to Metro 2 is everything has to go to the 3 bureaus for it to work lights out. If it doesn't go to the 3 bureaus and includes just the regular reporting, if one gets it off, it gives you a chance to stir up a shitstorm. Okay? So what they do is you stirred up your shitstorm. I want you to let you know that. You stirred it up. It's not that it didn't happen, you just did it. It was eventually going to happen. It just you sped up the process. And by speeding up the process, now you have these accounts that are open that actually need to be disputed again properly. Because when an account is purely closed, it's closed for good. It can't be reopened unless the creditor sells it to a new agency. They have to remove it off the books. You feel me?
Yeah.
So that means when they removed it, they actually soft deleted it and nobody ever answered. That's what happened. So let's talk. I'll go into this and then we'll get into M2 as well. So when you're looking at it, this is our screen, and in our screen, this is our homepage. What we did, we built it around a lot of the stuff that I'm already doing if you're printing with me. So I'm sending your follow-ups to you. I'm letting you know what's going on. So this will give you your news feed when you pull the client letter, and this will give you when it's time to pull a client. So I know when it's time to pull this person. I know when it's time to pull this person. I know when it's time to pull. So on this day, if I don't pull this person on this day, right? We know if I don't pull this person on this day, I'm not going to get that next round out on time. So let's go into a client file. Let's actually look at a client file. Let's see, who's test 45?
What happens if it's telling me to pick another company name, because that's the name of my company, and it's telling me to pick another company name.
What do you mean it's telling you to pick another company name?
I was trying to sign up, and it's telling me to. It's
Give me a second.
telling me, sorry, pick another company name and try again, or reach out to us at support.
Admin. Let me log in. Let me log into the admin portal. Maybe you already logged in and you just didn't see your email address. No, you're not logged in. Wow. Send that to me.
Me?
Yeah, you. Send that to me. That means there's an error in the sign-up process.
Okay, snipping tool. Yes, sir.
Send that to me privately. I'm going to send that to the developer so you can work on it. Good news. Send me anything that you have and tell me what you're, write a little thing of what you were doing to get there. So now when I look at this, I'm going to show you guys an actual real file. I forgot which one has it. I think okay, so look at this. This is perfect. This person has got multiple files that are pulled. So the first thing that we come in is we look at the progress report. This is what you guys, I was talking to you about. Jay, this is what I was talking to you about. You've got this progress report over here, right? I know what's here. Now this person has multiple reports. Let's actually pull some of this real shit that has movement here. Let's go over here. Boom. That's what a progress report looks like. Bam! That's what a progress report looks like. That's how you know work is getting done. That's how you know your hard work is not. It's not just looking on Credit Karma. It's not just looking on it. It's actually seeing the work being done live in your face.
So it's basically like when you're in school, like your report card.
Exactly. But it's not, you don't have to think. Right now, you guys know this. Correct me if I'm wrong. How are you guys knowing that you've gotten something deleted off your file?
I mean, the only way is if we get the dispute letters and we see it, and that's the only way. Or those apps that are most likely inaccurate, because depending on what app you use, unless you pay $25, $29 a month to get a new dispute. That's one thing I spend a lot of money on. I'm like, I want to see if my thing got updated, and I'll just pay, and then maybe it hasn't been updated, but I just pay just to see the new report.
That's
the
it.
real accurate one, because you use Credit Karma, that's not really accurate.
Credit Karma is accurate. It's a Vantage score. It's accurate, and they update daily. You just got to go there daily. The problem is it's not that. I want to tell you something. It's the point of you didn't have the base report to compare it side by side. How do you compare something side by side? Yeah, how do you compare? When I'm looking at a car, right? Eugene, you said you like the C8 Corvette, right?
That's what I'm buying, but I'm just waiting for my credit to go up.
Let me tell you something, okay? Let me take the C8 Corvette. What is it? The ZR1, right? I think they're coming out with the ZR1. It's supposed to be like 800 horsepower, right? Something like that. And let me go put it near its top competitor that it's supposed to be smashing right now, which is that brand new Ferrari 2596 GTO, right? That's the same exact car that it's being compared to. Let me compare its exact thing. How can you compare apples to oranges if you don't put them next to each other?
Yeah.
Right? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
Come on. It's the same. You got to put it together. So what we did was, and I just, I don't have any of this client's information. We take the credit report and download the credit report for you. We have every credit report that we started with in the system. We take the oldest one and then the newest one, and we compare those back to back to back. So you know every month if you're fluctuating, going up and down, and then you can see it here. You can see the deletions. Now, why did this client go down? Well, you got something removed. And this is the giant myth that everybody doesn't understand. Credit repair, do not focus on this garbage up here. This is garbage up here. These numbers are garbage. They're garbage when you have negative numbers, when you have negative items. If you have an 800 score with negative items, it's all bullshit. Once you get everything cleaned, everything removed. You've got 0 inquiries and 0 files. Tell me what your score is at that point. And when you tell me what your score is at that point, that's your true score. That's why I don't look at a credit score. Credit score means nothing to me. And it means nothing to the bank. The bank knows that as well. That's why I gave you the underwriting sheet. Here's the thing. In the underwriting sheet, right? This is what matters. This over here, this section right here is the only thing that matters, and this line right here. Oh, and I'm really missing that. That's a line over here, and this line over here. These are the 3 lines. This, and all this shit in here. That's what matters. That's what they want to know. Do you have bankruptcies? Do you have late payments? Do you have collections, charge-off, liens, all that stuff? Do you have those? Yes? Good. You're disqualified immediately. You're disqualified immediately.
So basically what the software is basically telling you what's getting deleted, what's still active. It's just basically like your own underwriting. Like basically,
yes.
depending on which membership.
Yes, it's your own underwriting if you choose the highest package. But it's not just for you. The guy that comes in and fixes your credit, that you're fixing this credit for, the guy that got $1 million, you can look at it like that.
Okay.
Like, yes, go for it.
I'm sorry to cut you off, but like with this stuff, like it will bring more value to me and for my clients, because they're gonna be like, hey, you think I can get approved for that? And I will give them, nah, don't, just wait. It's kind of like we're gonna be the underwriters if they get approved, kind of, it depending if you get the expensive package or the regular package.
But it's not if you're gonna you are the underwriter. You know why? I wrote these conservatively. I underwrote this so conservatively right now. And when you're looking at it, you're looking at it in a way where what is Jay? I keep calling on you, Jay. It's just you're just the number one. I see you so attentive right now, so I'm like, you're like, damn, I'm gonna shut my camera off. Jay, I keep calling on you. So like this, I'm gonna call on you. Let me ask you a question. Ooh, I just lost my train of thought. Give me a sec. Let me grab that back. If you're coming into this business, right, and you've been doing this so long, do you want to know there's a light at the end of the tunnel?
Hell yeah.
You want to know what's going to be at the end of the tunnel, right? You want to know where you need to be at. Okay. So let me ask you a question. Go to Credit Karma, you go to Experian, go to all these different places, right? What is the minimum score they tell you can have to get a credit card?
I've been seeing about 640, 650.
Perfect. Okay, that's Credit One card, Merrick Bank, things like that. But let's talk about Chase Bank, big banks. What's the minimum score? Good answer. Good answer. I know he's looking.
Yeah, we talking like, Chase Inc. We talking Amex. Oh yeah, sheesh. You need that 720.
You need 720, but that's a lie. You don't. You need 680. You need 680. That's why I didn't put 720 as the first score. 700.
I need to get this on my computer, bro. I gotta send this link to myself so I can see these numbers.
Send the link. Get in here so you can see these numbers.
Yeah, let me the Telegram on the desktop.
I do have the Telegram on the desktop, man. I got everything on the desktop. I got Telegram, I got WhatsApp, Skype, Discord. Everything's on the desktop, man.
Yeah, hold on. I gotta find that, bro.
So, Eugene, going back to what you're saying, yes, you're going to add a shit ton of value when you do this. Now, here's the same thing. Every month that you pull that new report, you got a new analysis letter that pops out, right? And this is at the second tier package. You got a new analysis letter that you can hand them and say, here's everything that's going on with your credit. Read everything.
That's actually cool, because about 3 years ago, I had my credit. I had my credit. I paid this guy. I don't know if y'all know who Mike the Credit Champ is.
No, I don't.
So I don't know if y'all look on the chat right now. I sent a picture.
Okay, let me see. Oh, in
So
the
this is
Zoom chat.
yeah.
Okay.
I sent a picture, and this is the stuff that he deleted, and that's one thing I liked about him. Because I paid him a lot of money I paid him $3,000 to remove shit off my credit. And that's one thing I liked about him. So basically what you're telling me is going to be kind of similar to what I just sent.
Yeah, it's not going to be kind of similar as what you just said. Here, you're going to see. I'm showing it to you. It's not kind of similar. It is. This is what it is, brother. Here, right here.
Okay.
When you go to the progress report, this is what it is, right here. Click this progress report. This is what it is. This is the printout. I hit print over here. This is what you're getting. Where is it? Print. There we go. Gotta put a print button. There you go. That's what you're getting. Here's all that stuff. Now I gotta make this a little more print friendly, but we're again still working some bugs out. But at the end of the day, this is what you're looking at. You're looking at the file with everything done. And I don't know why the heck this is not move into. Did I do the right thing? Oh, there we go. All right, I gotta do this. I gotta fix that. But whatchamacallit? This file is something that you have, and I'll get this squared away tonight. I'll send it over to the developer. That you get you squared away where yes, you have this, and this is what you're seeing. You know that in your analysis report. In your analysis report, where we do have the print button right there, okay, it's going to have good, bad, ugly, and preparation for funding. We built it with preparation for funding, so you see your difference, where you go on, what everything means, credit score, the things. Here's what your collection charge-off accounts are. Here's all the stuff that's there. You see this? Okay, and then what's in good standings.
So if it gets deleted, would it say deleted or removed or? No?
I can add it. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let me write that in notes. Let me see if we can add a thing for deleted in the analysis report. That actually.
No, the reason, like, it's not really for me. It's just kind of like when you go pay for something, and then like if you're at a club and you buy a bottle and then they don't bring you a bottle, they bring it to you just basically plain Jane, and then they give you the results and they bring it to you with a sign and all that. It makes the client. I'm in sales, so it kind of makes the client spark his eyes like, oh, it shows removed, even though back in deep inside, even if it doesn't say that. They will feel more like they're paying what they have the service. I say that, I'm not saying it should be there, but I'm saying it will be good for the client because they'll feel like they're spending their money on something good, you know.
I got you. Builder progress report. I'm going to see if we can include the progress report directly in the letter towards the end. So we'll actually have the progress report here. So maybe we can include the whole progress report as a printout in the back over here. So that'll be fire straight at the end. So yes, you'll have it right at the end. You see that progress report like that. So again, you're still building, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of people that tell me a lot of different things, but that's good. That's business sense good. That's something that a business owner needs. That's what I got to see. That's what I got to add. And I'm starting to make a list of things, to do, task list of things to do if possible. Okay. But yes, that's what this is. That's what it is. That's what it's going to do. You're going to provide that great value. And then here on the same thing with the underwriting, you can download it. This is this one, and then you'll be able to open it up in an Excel file and see it in an Excel file.
So for the underwriting, how would that work? That you will see if they get approved or not. It will just tell you, or like
you're not going to see if they get approved. You're going to see the chances of them getting approved are high. Okay. If they have these check marks over here, the chances for an approval are high. Okay, because it's based upon primary cards. It's based upon 2 years of open revolving with good amounts. It's based upon a utilization under 30%. Things that the bank are looking, the things that the bank is looking for. Now I heard that there's a thing that somebody was telling me about this FICO 10 score that's coming out. FYI, FICO 10 and all the rest of the other shit, it's still the same bank rules. The bank rule is still the same crap. It doesn't matter what scoring model they use in the algorithm in this bullshit. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because all it matters, your payment history is correct. You don't overutilize yourself in accounts, which means you open up accounts sparsely, which is bullshit. You just open up accounts in one shotgun method and then you move on. And then you keep your inquiries low and you're good to rock and roll. That's how it works. That's how the game works. That's how you play the game. That's what these funding guys aren't teaching you. That's what they're not teaching you.
No,
They're not teaching you how to get that funding, how to get them here. Yeah, fix their credit. Yeah, absolutely. You can fix their credit, sell them all day long. But at the end of the day, if you don't know where they're going to end, it does you no good. You can watch it every month as these boxes start to tick off. Now, Noah, what happens when you fix their credit, they got no negatives? What do we have to do for our client after when they have no negatives and their boxes are not checked?
If they have no negatives, I would assume they go straight to funding.
Nope.
No. Can I answer that question?
Absolutely, go for it.
Look, you can do installment loans, but installment loans is okay, which there's a lot of programs like Kickoff, Credit Strong, Renter, Karma. There's different ones, but the ones that I will do is a secure loan. I mean, secure credit card, not secure loan. The secure credit card, go to Capital One, get a $200 secure credit card. Go to Chase, get a $200 secure credit card, and go to like three different ones the same week, so that way it can show increase that same week, and it won't show in the future. And then that's gonna boost their credit up. And then the second thing I'll do, I'll get a family member or pay somebody to put you as an authorized user, and then that's gonna boost your credit up to like a 750. That's for the people that don't have no bad credit. Because I did it for my friend, and his credit is 750 right now, and that's because he didn't really have not bad credit, you know?
I can't argue with that explanation at all. That explanation was pretty much lights out. And this is why we have a community. The community builds each other up, because I didn't even need to explain anything. That was perfect. Because that's exactly what you do. You got to rebuild the credit. Now, I'll take what he said and I'll just sum it up a little easier. Is there's a bunch of programs out there. You gotta find out what affiliates that you can find, especially if you're running this as a business. You go get an affiliate with it. Make sure you're always getting paid to refer somebody to a specific spot. Credit Builder Card, which is Open Sky. I don't know if they're still around, but I know that they were around back in the day when I was here. Definitely one of the best programs that I used.
They're still around.
Bill
You
was
said Open Sky? Open Sky was one of the best secure cards you had?
Open Sky.
Bill had a deal with Open Sky, Credit Builder Card.
Oh, I got you.
And yes, it was Open Sky back in the day. Credit One Bank, that new company that just came out of Vegas, Credit One Bank, they're big. What else? Merrick Bank, some of these little smaller, high risk lenders you're definitely going to want. Those will help you build your credit, especially when you have no credit. Navy Fed Pledge Loan, huge.
I just did that one.
Huge thing. But here, for me, it was what Eugene said at the end, which was lights out. Fuck all that other shit. Forget about all that other crap. Why? Get 5 authorized users with 30 plus years old. Go right to Amex and get 3 cards. Go right to Amex and get 3 cards. Even if they give you a $2,000, $3,000 a pop, you got a high tier, high bank level card. Okay.
So add authorized users to my credit card.
So, no, for example, who's the oldest person in your family right now? Just
My
grandma,
grandma,
grandpa, don't get who?
Grandma Bess.
Okay. Go to Grandma Bess. Okay. Grandma, let me ask you a question. You got any credit cards? I don't want any money. I don't want anything out of them, Grandma. I just want, you have any credit cards? If she does, she's gonna be, yeah, no, I have one. Grandma, I need to ask you a huge favor. I don't want any money. I don't want anything. All I want is your age of your credit card on my credit report. Well, how do I do that, sweetheart? She goes, you're gonna make me an authorized user on the account. The credit card's gonna come here, and when the credit card comes here, you're gonna chop that shit up and throw it in the garbage. I don't need anything else but the age on that credit card to show up on my credit report. That's it, Grandma. I did that with my dad. 35-year-old Sears card. 35-year-old Sears card. That shit is as old as me.
Yeah,
And
both credit like 70 points, huh?
So
70. Bro,
More?
I made 14.
Huh?
I went up 197 points.
See, that's what I'm saying. Because I told my friend the exact same thing. We disputed. He only had one bad inquiry. We disputed that, got it out of his record, and then I told him, "All right, bro, the rest is easy." And then he's like real. Like I'm not gonna lie, it made me real happy. That's why I got into credit, like credit repair, because now he's gonna buy his own house, and
And
he
yeah.
lives in a mobile home right now, and he's like, bro, you changed my life, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
That's why I
And that's
did.
because exactly what you're saying. He went out 100 and something points. I don't know exactly how much, but he was like at 500. Now he's like no, he went up more than 100 points. Yeah.
And so here's the thing. When you have grandma's card, you have dad, mom's, uncle's, auntie's card, you don't have to worry about fixing your credit as much or worry about paying somebody because you take that, you can keep that as long as they have it, put that on, fix your credit, get there and go into funding directly. Because now that account is building on your account. So it's not a fake authorized user as some of these people do. They know. If they see it on for 90 days and then the card leaves, they know it's a fake authorized user. But like, my dad's card when I went into funding was on for 2.5 years on my account. So it was my old business partner called into the bank to the reconsideration department to do a loan increase increase. And the guy calls him, he tells around, he goes, damn, bro, you got a 35-year-old card on your account. He goes, who the hell you get that from? So I had told my business partner, I was like, Austin, that's my dad's card. He goes, man, that's my father's card, man. I ain't stupid. And it's the truth and the fact of the matter of understanding this. This box does not mean you're ready for funding. It means you have a route to go for funding. And what is the route? Okay, I finished all the stuff that's impeding eligibility. All this stuff that's here, we got to remove that first. That's M2. Let's go into M2. Let's get rid of all this shit via M2. Let's get it gone. Let's get rid of it. Okay. After we get rid of that, we come back over here. We check everything. Okay, there's still missing stuff. Okay, now let's add some authorized users. Let's get some more check marks over here. Let's see what's going on. Once we get those check marks, we go into funding. Now, sometimes you may never get into anything else because you still don't have what is that called? History. You still don't have history. You still don't have the profile build after it. So if you still don't have the profile build after it, now you've got to go get the authorized users. When you go get the authorized users and you finish the authorized user, and now one more time, I think I just repeated myself in redundancy, but if you get that and now that doesn't work, then you just get started. Go and apply and see what you get. Go and apply and see what you get. And then that's where
It gets you in the door.
yes, you get your foot in the door, you wait 2 years again, and then you start doing it again. Dude, guys, this stack is over 2 years old. This stack is over 2 years old. This stack started, I'll tell you how much the stack started at. It started at 50K. And now it's up
Real quick,
10x.
about,
Yeah, go for it. No.
so what I'm pulling from this is it's still the same. It's still the same like target. No late payments, no charge-offs, no collections. Just essentially still just no negative items except for 2, maybe 3 inquiries for each bureau.
Always, yes, you say that, but always, zero, as close to zero as you possibly can.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean,
It's always going to be that. No, it's never going to change. That's the game, brother. That's the game. They ain't going to change the game. That game works, and they know that the people that can get that to get those limits, they know they can pay him back. They know that they can pay him back. And this was just a basic into the software. This is not. We didn't even do M2 tonight. This was this. I wanted to see if anybody had any other questions. This was just software. This was just going in and running one report. This is running one report. This is 20 seconds, guys. You get all this information.
I have a question.
Go for it.
So basically, when you said authorized user, the fake ones, not the fake ones, the ones that you pay only for 90 days, do they know it's those 90 days?
They know. They know. They have an algorithm for everything, my friend. They're a $1 billion industry. They're more than a billion. They are a multi-billion-dollar industry. You need to understand something. You get a letter from the bureau, okay? And not a letter from the bureau. Forget about a letter from the bureau. Do I have one here? Actually, I do. Wait. Let me take my garbage box over here. I have something here I can show you guys. Hold on. This is my garbage box that needs to be shredded and burned. And I'm going to show you guys something legit. Okay? So you guys know now I'm not bullshitting. I like to be legit. You see this? This is it. This is what I was looking for. You see this? You know what this is? Anybody know what this is?
stall letter?
Nope. Pamphlet for a credit card.
Oh, that's a Amex, right?
This is this is Chase's new Marriott Bonvoy Boundless Visa Rewards card. They're giving 10x points for any new member that signs up. You know what this is for? You know how Chase got this to me? It's not because I have a Chase account. Because Chase sends every month a message to the bureau and says, I need everybody that fits in this parameter. 700 credit score, 650 credit score, 680 credit score, this, and I would like to buy that list. I would like to buy their address. I would like to buy their name, email, phone number, anything that you can give me, I want.
That's cold. And you're right. I just thought, damn, that's cold as shit.
When they do that, when Chase sends them that, and that's why I pulled that out. I wanted you to see it because people don't understand until you pull shit out and show it to them legit. Like, this is here. It's right here. They paid for that. How much did they pay for that? They just paid for your data.
I got since I just got back home today, I have a letter in the mail from TransUnion, but I have no idea what it is.
Okay. So when you get it, hopefully it's a deletion letter, and you can post in the group and be one of our deletion guys. If it's a stall letter, you know what it is to get on your next round, buddy.
It says that we recently received a request that included your information, but it didn't appear that you or a
stall letter.
Stall. That's number uno stall.
It's the only stall they have. They don't even have the old stall so we used to have stalls back. I want to give you guys the thing of the stall letters that we've had back in the day and tell you how you guys are actually getting screwed at stall letters. And yeah, so back in the day when you used to do factual disputing, at least you used to get a stall letter that said whatever you were disputing was bullshit. So Now you guys don't get that, and I'll tell you why that happens, Noah. Why are you getting a stall letter? You're getting a stall letter because they're doing an investigation. Okay, when they send the information to the bureau and you send everything out, it's not because I printed it and sent it out for you. It's got nothing to do with me printing it. Okay, it's got everything to do with the formatting of what you're sending out. Now, when you do your next round, you will message me, and you and I will go through it together, and we'll go super aggressive on everything. Okay. And we're going to change your attack type, and we might just focus on one category this time. We might just focus on a late payment or a collection or whatever. I know you only had a couple of things, so it wasn't really bad. And we might just focus on that. But also, that doesn't mean that all the other letters that you had got turned down. It just means one set of them got turned down. So don't be discouraged. Jamar, how many stall letters you got?
Oh my Lord. You know what? Here, let me show you, bro. I'm about to show you how many stall letters I got right here.
So is there really a point in us keeping the stall letters?
No, the stall letters are garbage.
So just throw it away. Okay.
Throw it away. We know the bullshit.
Oh,
Okay.
this
Wait,
was
I have
my
a
first
question.
round.
You don't have to dispute them. I mean, you don't have to.
That many.
Bro. Yeah. Look at that,
Do you
bro.
get anything deleted though?
So a stall letter, just to break it down, a stall letter is a letter that they send you to redo an investigation. What they're doing is bullshit. It's actually illegal, but nobody's gonna pull them on their crap right now. But the stall letter that they're sending is just basically they're doing an investigation, so they're stalling you out on one side. They have to actually do the investigation. They have to. So that's why you will you'll get a stall letter, but 3 weeks later you get a deletion off. You'll be like, what the hell? How does that even make sense? I didn't send anything out. And that's the funny part. You know what? I got a guy who just messaged me 2 days ago, right? He sent his letters out in July. He got deletions last month.
Yeah, that's me.
He got deletions last month.
And
I'm
just
like,
now getting deletions, yeah.
I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, I stopped with the software. It was bullshit. And this, that, and the other thing. And then I woke up one morning and it was like, I got 10 deletions. What?
Yeah.
Wait, I didn't send anything out. I was like, because you didn't let the process roll. You didn't let the process roll. You gotta let the process roll.
So you got 10 deletions out of nowhere?
He got 10. So all across the 3 bureaus, he got 10 deletions in total. So it's like what?
What
Three.
round was that?
First round. First round.
First round?
He stopped after the first round because he didn't get one in 30 days. He didn't get any deletions in 30 days.
Hell no.
That's why I asked that question. How much are you willing to spend to fix your credit?
That part. I ain't gonna lie, this shit hurt. It hurt. But yeah, once you so invested, man, you gotta fuck you gonna stop for. What the fuck you stopping for?
But that's why I want you guys. So I'm different than everybody else. I'm different than anybody else. I'm not selling you a course. I'm not selling you anything. You guys sign up the software, it's free. If you want it, great. You don't want it, I don't care. And the reason I say that, and it's not to be facetious or nasty to anybody. It's just a helping tool. What I'm here to do is I'm here to show you guys that somebody who had a 515 got to 815. That is possible. It took me 3 years to beat my deletion. 3 years to get the last stupid, freaking stubborn collection off my account. And you know, guys, I'm telling you this. Eugene, Jamar, Noah, do not fuck over 2 companies. 2 companies only. Capital One and American
Navy.
Fed.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Navy Fed.
Navy Fed's bad, but it's eventually it'll eventually come off. Just take it. Capital Amex is ingrained in every major thing that you do. Amex has got business strategic partners veined through everything. You screw Amex, you screw a lot of your life up. So don't screw
Who you say? You said Cap One?
Cap One. You know why?
Really? Oh yeah?
Why? You know why?
They tapped into a lot of different markets.
Nope, not Cap One. Cap One has an in-house collection agency.
Huh.
So the debt validation letters don't mean shit
Wow.
because
What
they're
is that?
like, what happened, Eugene?
Is that the LVT funding collection?
No. So Cap One under $10,000, which is their major amount of clients, they have an in-house collection agency. So when you send a debt validation to their in-house collection agency, they don't send it out. So when you send them a validate, please validate the debt, they send you your contract.
You're stupid, yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Like 2018, I fucked Capital One over and by $500, and it's off my record though.
That's fine. $500. Then $500 is pennies in the pocket to them.
Oh, so I'm good. I don't gotta worry about it.
As long as it's not on your account, but that Capital One, I screwed Capital One for $8,700. It took me 6 total years to get that shit removed off my account. 6 total years. And that's before I got into credit. When I got into credit, it took me 3 years after I got into credit. 6 years. You tell me how much credit is worth? Right now, why would I tell you it's worth $100 million? Somebody sent me this idea. I gotta tell you this great idea that somebody sent me. I'm looking. I really want to get an investment group of everybody that has money. This idea is freaking awesome. $130 million. This is how much I need. Why? I want to buy a shipping route from China to the port in LA. Container ship.
Yeah.
The container is 130 million or 330 million. It's either 3 or 1. My dyslexia every time kicks in. But if it's 3, let's go with 300. Always go higher. $330 million, okay, gets you the Hyundai ship, which is the biggest freighter right now known to man, okay, carries the most boxes, right? You got to pay the shipping company that gets you the deals, right, to fill the ship. And then you got to pay that. They got to pay to have it ported over here. That one ship, after $330 million, you make $2.7 billion in one fucking trip.
Damn.
$2.7 billion in one trip.
That's crazy.
You talk about we poor, we dumb. We're all stupid. There's somebody right now that owns 10 ships and making $27 billion every 30 days. The Morassic company, all the big companies that you're saying, they're worth a few $100 billion. That's why, guy. Global trade. Global trade, global economy, global market. That's why. That's why it's crazy. 2.7 billion. I heard that number. I was like, that can't be real. So my boy sends me a picture of the schematics for the Hyundai ship. It was exactly what he said, 300 million. He told me we're gonna buy the crates. We're not gonna rent them, we're gonna buy them. Because if we rent them, it was like in total 11,000 crates in total to rent them was like $1 million, right? Whatever at that point. It's stupid money. It's paper money at that point. It's all bullshit. Okay? He goes, let's buy them. Instead of us paying $1 million, we own them for $2 million. What the hell is the other $1 million if we have that much? It's like, okay, whatever, that's true. So we'll buy the crates, no problem. You have all that stuff. Everything's good. Everything's settled. Everything's great, right? Once you get people to give you your route, you pull into the port. You load the ship up, and you get it out. You can pull in Hong Kong port, you can pull in Guangzhou in China, whatever these ports are, you pull in, they load the ship for you. 110%. You load it in 2 days. The crew is $2 million for the 23-day thing, 23-day thing. $2.7 billion. They get whatever needs to go from here back over there and game on. It's if you don't know, we don't know what we don't know. And the people that have the game, they don't share the real people that have the money. My uncle always said this to me, and he was around these guys. He was around all these guys. He said the real people that have the money, they will never tell you that shit. And they don't want competitors. Why? Because they're going to see a bunch of nobodies like you and I come up and come mess their game up. And what are we going to do?
It gets too saturated.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the credit business is too. The credit business 3 years ago, no one really did credit. Now everybody trying to do it.
No, that's not true. Everybody used to do credit. I'm going to be honest with you. Once you get into the business, you find people that do credit. The thing is, once you start marketing, you find people that do credit. It was funding that wasn't saturated. Now funding has become saturated. Credit has always been saturated. That's why it became a high-risk business. Is because too many people did it, but didn't know what they were doing. And then they took the money and they left. That's why credit also has a bad rap because of that. So when Rodney was teaching all of us everything about this back in the day, we used to get this, just to give you guys an idea, we used to get it on a piece of paper like this. And this is a fillable piece of paper, right? This is my safety manual work form, right? So we used to get a piece of paper like this, right? And it give you an idea. Piece of paper, a bunch of fill boxes. Then we take our information, we fill them in the boxes. That's how we used to do it back in the day. That's how Metro 2 used to work. And when he came up with the whole ideology of Metro 2, it used to go piece by piece by piece by piece inside, and used to just fill everything in and send it out. He's been working on this software now for a good, I've been out of the game since 19, maybe 18. He's been working on this software. And with everybody else, he blew it up exponentially. And you'll learn a lot from the people, but the game is think like him. Don't think like anybody else. You think like him, your credit will get clean absolutely quickly. And that's why I started to think like him. I started teaching my mastermind classes when we start here, let's do touch base a little bit on credit tonight. M2FICOForge.com. Let me go into mine, right? When we touch base on credit tonight, not going to my attack profile over here. I want you guys to understand something. This is the old man's brain. This is the old man's brain. And I'm going to pull my account, right? Right? This is the old man's brain. Anybody understand the old man's brain?
Yeah, simple.
Yeah, this is simple, right? This is so freaking simple. It's not because the old man, the way that he went through everything, he really broke everything down to a real micron of a thing. That's why we tell everybody turn PWA off immediately. Okay. Yes. Okay. So we could use Form 1. We could do everything in green. We select everything in green. We don't select any of these secondary bureaus because these are what is going to go. So pink is going to go to PNC specific effective focus challenge. Do not do the other stuff over here. Do not do a creditor tax. So yeah, we don't need this one and we don't need this one. So these are the boxes, right? So let me break this down, right? Let's go over here. Let me take PWA, turn it off, right? Come back, select my name again, come back over here, do this, do this. This is PWA off. This is the PWA. This is some of that pink, yellow, and gray boxes. This is right here. This is what people don't understand. So now, I took that simplified version. I said, why would Rodney want people to dispute this way? Look, this is the default way, guys. Don't realize this. This is default. It's selected for you. And I didn't realize that. This shit is selected for you every single time. It's the same thing. It's the same thing on every account. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 in blue and 3 in green, 2 in green. Every single account. You can go on Phenom, you can go on M2 Trap, you can go on M2 Goat, you can go on M2, any M2 software that you go on right now. And if you go over here and you select your MPEP and attack 1, it's going to look like this. It's going to look like this. Why? Because the first round that goes out is going to shake the tree. And I wondered, I was in one of the classes, and Miss Deborah said that. She said the first round, put everything in blue. Put everything in blue. Shake the tree. It's like shake the tree. Why say that? Why shake the tree?
In my first round, I put everything in green. I fucked up then.
No. I didn't.
Oh.
Why shake the tree? Why would you want to shake the tree? You don't want to shake the tree. I want to go directly for the jugular.
Right.
Okay? Forget about shaking the freaking tree. Let's go for the jugular. So what happens is, when do they go for the jugular? Does anybody know what round they go after the jugular?
4.
Try again. Attaboy, Noah. Noah's been doing this with me a little bit. Here. Everything's almost in green. This is what the magical number is over here. Round 6. When they drop how many items is in the letter to the number where they want to go for the jugular. This is the kill shot. You, Mr. Noah, when you're going for the jugular, it's very simple. It's focusing on this number right here. The items of attack. If you guys can't see that, let me know. I'll make the screen. Yeah, I'll make the screen.
So you're saying, why is it all green? Like what?
So all green just dictates that you're going to send everything separately, okay, in this thing. But that's all green is not the thing that goes for the jugular. That's not the thing. It's how many items are in the letter is what goes for the jugular. That's what's the thing is. So Eugene, when you were talking about, oh, I put everything in green. Yeah, you did it right. I'm not saying that you did it wrong. Eventually, which is round 8, everything's selected in green. Right?
I think on the where it says number 3 and all that, I put default.
You do put default. You're learning something tonight that is only taught in the Mastermind group and is not taught in the actual normal groups. Nobody's teaching this because it's meant to confuse you. Why is it meant to confuse you? Because it actually attests to the actual way the letters is given. So let me ask you a question. Why are we waiting until round 6 to go for the freaking jugular?
Right.
Give me an idea. Give me an idea.
Because that's when we go to court?
No. But yes, good. Yes. If you weren't going for court, get court out of your mind because you've been talking with me. If you weren't going to court and you're just doing credit repair in a sense of sending out letters every time, why are you waiting until round 6?
I don't know.
That's a good answer. I don't know either. What the hell are you waiting for? No, that was a perfect answer, buddy. Thank you.
Okay.
It don't make sense. It don't make sense, right?
Yeah.
It does not make sense to wait to go round 6. Why are we waiting until round 8 to put everything in green? I didn't select it. Did I select these boxes, guys? Or did I just hit close and select the attack type. Let's do this again. This
So
is one.
you're saying that they were doing it wrong. I mean, they were doing it the least effective way possible.
That's why they said it gets more aggressive every round.
Okay.
Yes. But you, Mr. Noah, was never taught to be the least aggressive.
I'm round 6 or 8. Do you switch to where it says unlimited and all that? Do you put default?
Yes, I'll show you what a file should look like set up. So let me pull my sample guy. Okay. Let me select this Epic Pro report. Let's read. If you were to start Blast Furnace 1, right? Instead of waiting until round 8 to do Blast Furnace 1, what I do over here is I hit next. Okay. When I hit next, I'm going to let the AI tell me what the hell is wrong with the report. Then I'm going to come over here. I'm going to click hide positive items. I'm going to give the system a second to keep up with me. I'll come over here and I'm going to see all the negative garbage that's here. This is what's negative on your report. So this has got 7 items. This has got personal information, bankruptcies, inquiries, and I'll show you how to tell you. This first one over here, it says it underneath. Go to personal information, CB. This one over here says go to public record, CB. This one over here goes to bad inquiry, CB. Now, it's all categorized. So if it's in the same color, it's the same thing. Just to give you a thing, here's bad inquiry, CB. Here's bad inquiry, CB. Okay, now, 45. Student loan derogatory lates. Okay, go to charge off. Go to all other derogatory lates, all other delinquency lates, and then student loans. Which one was it? 3+. Okay. This is all done. Sorry, lack of oxygen. And then the charge off. So when we look at this, we got everything hammered out over here. This is what you were asking, Mr. Eugene. When I set this up, this is round 1. We don't fuck around. We go right for the jugular on round 1. Inquiries, all other, student loan 3+, 7. We know everything. Yes, I know this very well. I've done this multiple times on this one, but I would suggest that you write everything down. Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I know it.
Hold on.
Go for it.
Juggler and there's no blue.
Hold on, because that's not the blue is not the jugular.
So I think what he's been trying to say all this entire time is the way that he's been teaching us to do it is the way to go for the jugular and not the way they were teaching you.
Well, I'm gonna get there. Blue stacks everything together. You get one of these big envelopes when they go out. One of these big envelopes with everything inside of it is how blue goes out. When we send out a green
It's
goes
individual.
green goes out of one of these envelopes. Less pages. Less pages. Stop putting everything in there. So you're just putting it in everything by category. So now, I'm gonna show you guys something. Count your thing. I think this is 7. 7 times 8 is 21. 21. Now here's the game. This is defaulted to 10, guys. It's defaulted to 10. So if I click default, the 10 is the default. This will always be default. Do not mess with this. Just leave this at default. I'll show you guys how to also know if it's on or if it's off. And here, we'll do this. I'm going to do this just, I'm going to put this one over here just to make sure. I don't leave this at default. None of my students that are working with me, including Noah, leave this at default. They change this number. The minimum number the maximum number it should be at is 5. The minimum it can be at is 1. The difference is 5 is the maximum number that the algorithm sees in the Oscar system to detect if you are a credit repair company. And 1 is Lexington law status. 1 costs mucho dinero, okay, because you're sending out a shit ton of letters. And 5 saves you a little money on letters because it's only putting 5 negative items per thing. So how do we count this? Let's do the 5 just so you guys can see it. Okay. I'll show you. So let's do 5. First off, when you're doing, and you want to know if you're going to send a creditor letter out, click this and see if it says data furnisher over here. If it says data furnisher over here, you didn't click default. You messed up. So at the end of the day, make sure you do that, because then you'll have the extra letter generated, which will then increase the letter count exponentially. So when we do this over here, I look over this. Give me a second. Let me turn high positive items off. Okay, and now I can count. First thing, 1 letter. Personal information is 1 letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's another letter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's another letter. Give me a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here's another letter. So what is that? That's 3 more. That's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5. 1, 6. Now we're done. That's 6. Now these purples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 10. This light purple is 11. We have the public record is 12. That's 12 letters in total. So you're looking at 12 letters times 3. That's 36 letters. That's 36 letters, not including the bankruptcy letters, because I took the bankruptcy off. That's 36 letters that it's gonna spit out on this file. Look how big this file is. This file is freaking huge. This file's got 61 negatives. Let me show you guys. Back area. Let's take an examples. 62 negatives. I generated 133 files on 1 account. Wow, I gotta see this. I gotta download this one. Oh, this one's gotta be sick. That was the day the software was.
That's spread out over all 3 boroughs, right?
133 files spread out over all 3 bureaus, including this one was included in the bankruptcy. This was whatchamacallit. I burned this one on a thing to show somebody how it works over the thing. So when I said it, should have been more, but do I have the public record? Yeah, the public record's over here with everything else. So yeah, this is everything. And as you can see, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. And look, I'll show you the count of the letters. So you guys, I know you probably never understood how we do it, but we count the letters individually. Okay? We charge you we charge you individually, but we give you the double-sided price. But what happens is, so if I do this like this, I pull all the letters out from here, scroll down to the bottom, select here, right? And just drag it over here. Now it'll tell me everything. So now I'll know the most amount of pages. I'll know exactly how much everything is. So now the maximum pages that this has is 12 pages. So this is the maximum. This will have 2 stamps. It's 885 pages that have gone out. You guys want to see a bill for this? You want to see a bill for this? Let's make a fake bill. Let's make.
I'm gonna say 280.
Are we going mail with tracking, or this is gonna be really deep with mail with tracking? It'll be like $700 just in say $700 just in.
Okay, I found this on the web.
Shut
for
up, Siri.
$700. Check it out.
Okay. So this is my name. So let's create a bill. Let's do it right now. Let's do full price. Let's do full. I don't know what the hell this is. 0.
And did you say 2 stamps each envelope?
The last three will be 2 stamps each envelope. The last one will be 2 stamps each envelope. Here we go. Pass the postage. Let's do the last. Where's 2 stamper? Here's 2 stamper. Okay. 885. 885. We have 133 envelopes that it needs to go in. We have 130 envelopes that it needs to go in. And we have 3. This total bill to send this out, Lexington law status, on this guy that's got 60 negative items, is $509.22.
Yeesh.
So I want to show you guys something when I lower you down to the class price. That dropped it down 50 freaking dollars. It's 5 cents.
What, a page?
Yeah, 5 cents, dropping it down 5 cents a page.
But most likely it will they will take it more seriously.
What?
The way you attack.
Oh yeah, that way that I attacked is almost lights out. It's very
Dude, you
costly.
need to send me that formula. I know you said it already, but I only wrote down. So you're saying put it at 1?
You can put it at 1. This formula, the one that I built out over here, this was at 1. But this is not meant for those big files. You're wasting money like that. Okay? I don't care how deep the person's pocket is. That if the person has a trust fund and they don't give a shit about it, then fine, let's do it. I don't care. $500, I'll charge you $500 all day long. Okay? But at the end of the day, just to give you that idea, you don't. And here's how the formula works. Let's run it one more time. I'll run that exact one. That client name, Epic Pro Report, your MPEP. Okay. Eugene, who are you using software wise? M2 Trap?
Yeah, M2. No, I use you, I think.
No, you don't use me.
No, that you're talking about right there in the attack. I use Beast, the first one.
Who's Beast?
I'm confused. I'm confused.
The name of the logo up here. Who's the name of the logo up here?
I gotta check, bro.
Check, please.
He's talking about B, so that's what Metro.
I don't remember.
What is Phantom?
No, Beast is not Phenom.
Phenom.
Phenom's Indemnity. That one I know. Go repair. Go does go combo 1.
That's who I think that's what I thought would go.
Go does go combo 1.
Hey, who you like? Who you like?
It's all the same thing, brother.
They are. Oh yeah.
That's all the same thing. You're looking at the same exact software. This is my version of it.
Oh.
This is the one I own.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is mine.
Lexington law firm essentially attacks in the weakest way possible.
No. Don't think that that's the weakest way. That's not the weakest way. That's the most effective way. They attack in the most drawn out way.
Who?
Lexington Law.
Oh.
So what Lexington Law does with what I showed you is they will do 1 letter per bureau, but they will only do 1 negative file per round. So they're only sending 3 letters with 4 pages inside of it. That's it.
So that's not effective. That's not the fastest effective way.
It's not the fastest effective way for a person that's doing Lexington Law. You will not do it that way. You will hit 1, but you will generate 133 freaking letters and send all 133 out because we're trying to get everything off as quickly as possible. My wife will murder me. My wife will murder me if she saw 133 pages coming out. She'll just be like, "Bitch, you're doing it." Hold on, I gotta see if I can see her. This is a little bad.
March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. I think I've been fighting this late payment for almost 8 months, Ali.
Yeah, but you've been fighting it, and you've been fighting it on 3 different softwares. You've been fighting it with Goat. You've been fighting it with Bishop, and now you finally came to me. I think we're only on round 4. Focus on round 4 with me. You haven't been fighting it consistently. Now you are. Focus on it and say you've been fighting it for 4 months. When you get into the 3-year mark, that's when you and I will have a discussion on we'll do a fraud at that point and do FTC at that point. I don't know what else to do. But until you get to that point, don't give up. Just stay consistent. Eugene, who did you have as a software provider?
My tablet is dead, bro. I don't want to lie to you. I don't know.
All right, it's okay. It's no problem. So when you're in here, you want to make sure that it says MPEP. And then you go to Blast Furnace, and then in Blast Furnace, you select your greens.
I think I did use MPEB. I remember now.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's the name of every company is going to be different. Some have Beast, some have Supreme, some have Act Bad. There's all these different things all these different names. So personal, public record, inquiries, boom, boom, and boom. So what did I do? I selected and Eugene, you want to write it like this. Select what is wrong with the client's file. Let the AI tell you the categories. You don't want to have anything that's not in the category in the AI. So Jamar, when you asked before, why in the green, why in the blue, okay? We don't need anything in the blue. If you know what's wrong with the file, why would you want to put anything in blue?
Oh, you said okay. So blue is doing too much.
Blue's doing it 3 at once.
Blue's doing all the files. So this is blue. I want you to think about this. This is blue. Let me take everything that it is on the report. Let me take all 61 items and put it in this one envelope. So now let me explain this to you. When they stall this one envelope, this whole thing gets stalled.
Right.
Were you doing blues? Please don't know how many you've been doing blues for 4 rounds. Don't lie to me. You've been doing the blues, aren't you?
I think I've been doing them blues. But...
All right, we'll get you off them blues next round. Okay, we'll get you off of them blues. This is the thing, is coming over to here, understanding that this is what's on the report, attacking truly what's on the report, now putting them in green and then sending them out individually. Now, that next step that I'm taking is counting my letters, which this is 21, right? This is the normal process over here.
How do you count them?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21.
I'm so dumb. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, because blue tray, right?
The blue counts as 1.
No, the blues count total 6.
Or 6?
Total always equals total 6.
Oh yeah, no matter how many you select, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
It always when you select when you add green to it when you select blue. So if you go to blue, you select 6, and you select 2 boxes on green, it's a total of 12. That's why we don't select blue, because people get confused. Forget about blue. Blue's garbage. Blue's garbage. You don't need blue.
Blue's garbage.
Blue's garbage. We don't need that shit. Get it over there. Put it over there with JoJo the Whale in the bathroom. Okay? Put it over there. You don't need that. Okay? What you need right now is green. Focus on the green. 3. Everything in green equals 3. What that means is 1 per that category means 1 file to each bureau. Okay? 1 letter to each bureau. 3. So each category is going to get at least 3 letters. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. Put 21 in the first box. Right? Now, next box. This one, they tell you default, right? Eugene, you keep taking notes. This is default. They said default here.
Yeah.
Default here, right?
I put default in all of them.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Default. So this one, technically, this box over here, just to let you guys know, you can leave unlimited. It doesn't really matter. this box matters more. This box matters the most. The second box dictates how many letters there are. I told you guys, I can count the letters to how many it's going to be within, I'm usually shy between 1 or 2. I'm usually shy within 1 or 2. And the reason that I do that, the reason that we go down that road and we go into where it needs to go is because of this. When you know this, you know what the item is that you're attacking, you can change the game. So if I go over here and I have 5 items, I'm going to have less letters. If I go out and have 1 item, we're going to have 133 letters as we saw. You scared the shit out of me, honey. You okay? Okay, I'll finish up some. I'll check on you.
So what does default mean?
Just default. This is whatever the default number that the system is designated to is what we want it to use. So if default in this sense was 10, the default number is going to be 10. If the default number is 5, it's going to be 5. Make sense?
So what do you recommend to put that, 2 or 1?
I do not over here. My recommendation is your maximum should be 5. Your minimum should be 1. It is depending on how rich the person you are dealing with and how deep their pockets are. If you got somebody that don't care that got deep pockets, yes, you go that 1. If you got go for it.
And if I put 1 on it, and it doesn't mean it's just like the best results you're saying, right?
It's not the best results. It's going to give you 1 negative item per attack letter, which could increase your chances of getting a deletion. That's it. It's not going to guarantee anything because we don't guarantee anything in credit repair. Don't ever guarantee anything. Don't ever say you're going to get 90 days guaranteed. This bullshit. It's a lie. It could get you in trouble and get you thrown in jail. Okay? That's the God's honest truth. Don't ever say it. Don't ever
like for me
insinuate it.
that I want to get this stuff out of my credit. If I just put 1.
For you, yeah, put that 1.
Okay.
For you, because it's your own credit, yes, put 1.
Yeah, because I that's what I'm trying to fix my credit, man. You know.
Yes, for you, put 1. But if you're dealing with it as for a client, I'd say minimum. You always start at 5 and go down to 3. I don't think.
Okay, I get you.
You don't.
Okay, so we doing our own credit. Do 1.
If you're doing your own credit and you got the bank for it, you got the bankroll, go 1. If you don't got the bankroll, do not go 1. Because as you just saw, it could cost upwards of $500.
So so if I leave it default, that's gonna automatically go to 5?
No, whatever the default is. So each round is different. So let's go. Blast furnace.
Well, on the other ones, just put the default. Just on the second one, put 1 if it's me, right?
Yes. See how this one defaults to 8? This one's going to default to 6. This one's going to default to 6.
Oh,
that's round 4. This one.
What about round 9?
The round 9 starts back at MPEC. We should be done before then. That's why we want to go legit hardcore for the jugular right at the beginning.
I see. I appreciate that. My next round, I'm gonna go 1.
Go 1.
I want to get that C8, man.
I hit it 1, 2, hit him upside the head. Yeah.
Right? Remember, I'm saying this to all of you right now. Disclaimer: this shit is recorded. I don't want to.
I'm gonna take the risk.
Anybody come to me and bitch to me that they got an invoice for $400 to $500 because of their damn thing. You said no. Disclaimer right now. You will do this on your own accord. It makes a shit ton of letters, and I just saw it. I just showed you. So do this at your own risk. If you waste a GA, that's on you, Papa, not on me.
No, that's fine. But what's the difference between tracking and no tracking?
Good question. So let me give you an idea what the difference is. I think Did I have a picture? I think I had a picture.
That
Tracking, because I paid for tracking on mine last time. It just gave me a tracking number on the thing. But what is that? What is that? The difference for them?
But the difference for them is you have proof that it got there. So if you ever pick up the phone and call them and say, hey, what's going on with my letters? And they turn around and say, well, you never got it. Are you sure you never got it? Are you sure you never got it? Hey, do me a favor. Over here, it says that it arrived at your location at X, Y, and Z. FYI, guys, remember, these are all post office boxes. So they're all got to arrive at the post office.
You know what's crazy? I live right by a speeding.
Oh, go hand that shit to them, bro.
That's what I live like 7 minutes away from.
oh, yeah, we'll hand that shit to him.
Send the mail with tracking as you hand it to the guy.
Send him a video.
Yeah, yep. Oh my God, that's great. That's
Hey,
freaking.
real quick, I know you about to get off here in a minute. Who was it saying that we don't supposed to call? Now I know you a caller. I know that.
I say that you're not supposed to call.
Okay.
You're not supposed to call. What you're supposed to, because here's the thing: you send it standard mail, okay, and it gets delayed. It could take up to 6 weeks for it to get there. Okay. If you call in somebody in the second week and they didn't get the mail, well, they didn't fucking get the mail. That's the truth. That's the damn truth. What do you want them to do? Now, mail with tracking is a little different. You know, it got to the post office, but it doesn't mean that it's been run through the system.
The process and that part.
Yes. So all these things is you're setting yourself up for failure when you're calling them, and you're not giving them time to run through the system. That's why they never tell you call. What they say, Schmitty's the one who tells everybody to call.
Right.
Call, get the name, get the number, the agent, this, that, and the other thing. But if the agent doesn't have anything because you don't know what they have, that's the issue. That's why I said do mail with tracking. Mail with tracking stops all your fucking doubt. You know what's there. Okay. Give it its time. Let it do what it needs to do, and then you'll be ready to rock it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, bet that.
That's why you don't call. And then what happens? They say they're gonna throw your letters away, and what do? They get you to do a dispute over the phone. What happens if your letters arrive 2 days later after they get you to do a dispute over the phone? Frivolous dispute. And when they send you a frivolous dispute, you just wasted money on the letters that went out.
Oh,
and when they tell you that it's how about the other one? How about when they tell you to submit a dispute online? Who's going to submit a dispute online? Raise a hand. Raise a hand. I want to see who's going to submit a dispute online. Thank God I don't see no hands. Oh my God, I would lose my shit tonight. I would literally hang up the phone right now and go to bed. I'll be like, I ain't dealing with you guys right now. That means you didn't watch any of my videos before.
No, I'm new to the system. I just been knowing about credit because I paid a few people to fix my credit. My first time I paid 3,000. The second time I paid 2,500.
And I was just messing up your credit.
No. The first one, my ex messing up my credit. The second one, one of my friends scammed me. So I just got tired of it.
It is what it is. I just playing with you. But here's the thing. in this group, watch some of the videos, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if they ever tell you, you pick up the phone one day and you get frisky and you want to call them, they say, oh, Mr. Eugene Bravo, please go on our online portal and dispute on our online portal. You don't have to send anything in via third party. You tell them, you dirty person on the phone. You know that if I go and dispute it on the online portal, it removes my intent to sue you if you do anything incorrectly. And you know that because you wrote it in the fine print. And because you wrote it in the fine print, that's why you keep doing stall letters, because you want me to dispute it online. So you can remove my intent to sue you so that you don't have to remove it if I sue you. FYI, when they get into court, they remove it immediately, regardless if the reporting is correct.
And what is the court? Like, you will have to hire a lawyer.
You hire a credit attorney, and the credit attorney is somebody who can go and with his knowledge of the credit bureau can sue the credit bureaus on their negative facets of what they're doing. And when they sue them, they can sue them with the intent of deletion, and it's immediate deletion.
And that's like after the round, like after you've done like round 9, then they'll get to that point.
You can do it on round 8. That's a good round to go at. I usually say is contact your attorney beforehand. When you get started, I mean, I've been, swearing up and down and telling people this for months on end, that you should have a credit attorney immediately. You should be getting a credit attorney immediately when you're doing this. So God forbid that you do hit a brick wall, that you'll be able to rectify it quickly.
Oh shit.
Yeah. I learned some shit today. I appreciate that.
Guys, I tell everybody, keep filling this fucking group up. I want 2,000 members by next year. And I don't care if they're paid or not. I don't want to turn this into, I want 2,000 people in here. So when we're running a class like this on a Friday night, we got 50 people in here with us. I got my baby crying in the background or something. Because I got a little princess on the way. But at the end of the day, like I want to get to that point where we have 2,000-3,000 people in the group and we're giving back to the community. I am going to release my funding course. I am going to release my funding software. And when my funding software is done, anybody will be able to start a funding business because we'll have everything ready to rock and roll. Mounts, everything. We'll be ready to go. But it'll take time. Got to get one rocking and then get the rest going. But we got to get everybody clean. We got to get everybody going. I want to hear, my 8-rounders and my 10-rounders guys getting this stuff done, because once we get it done, then we can get everybody to the promised land. Good, gentlemen, good? Any questions before we end tonight's meeting?
Real quick, I'm looking at, once again, I got home today and I was looking through the mail. So I just read off a stall letter to you about like 20 minutes ago. So I'll just shred that. But I also got another letter from Truist, which is the bank that gave me that late payment almost a year ago at this point. They said you recently submitted a notice disputing the accuracy of information contained in your credit report. This is directly from Truist, by the way. It says based on our investigation, the information you've disputed cannot be updated for the following reasons. You are not disputing the accuracy of the information, but are requesting that we remove the negative item from your credit.
But you didn't dispute Truist, Noah. You never disputed Truist. You never sent anything to Truist, Noah. You know how I know that? Because I'm the one who bags your letters. I'm the one who did your letters this time and put your stamps on it and put them in the thing. You know what you did, Noah? You sent it out to Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion. So why do you have a letter coming from Truist, Mr. Noah, especially if they told you they're not going to review your account if it came from a third-party agency? How does Truist have your letter?
They got a snitch. It's a snitch somewhere.
No, it's not a snitch.
No, October 2nd was when I got this letter. So when I was in Maryland, I didn't see this letter. I think, what if I disputed it online?
You didn't dispute it online, Michael. That's your last round.
Oh, this is for the last round?
That's for the last round. Keep going. Do not stop. Keep your head up. So what happens is stall letter that we're talking about, guys. Okay, that's what happens. So Truist now, they get a little postcard. Let me see if I have any garbage over here real quick just to show you. and then we'll call it a night after that because my wife might murder me. Perfect. I do have an idea of what it is. Get a little postcard. It looks like this. Okay, it's like this, and they send it to the creditor, okay, or the data furnisher, and I say, so and so is disputing. Can you please review this account? Okay, so now they have to go through all the information, go into their back end portal, pull everything up, and pull everything up and see everything and make sure everything is valid. So what are they saying to you, Noah? You did not say they cannot remove it because you didn't request for them to validate anything because it's not factual disputing. It's Metro 2. Who gives a shit about what they said? That's the Bureau not knowing also what the letter says, that it's getting fed through a system that Oscar is reading it. So knowing what that is, this is the truth now. Knowing what that is, we know that it's incorrect. That's why we send out another one. That's why we keep going. That's also the second stall letter that you got last month, or that you told me. That's coming from Truist. FYI, if they're not disputing it, not adhering to your attack, why are you getting letters from the company that you're attacking? Because we ain't sending creditor letters, Noah.
Well, looking at the letter, so the truest one I got on October 2nd,
Mm-hmm.
and the stall letter that I got was on September 27th. And that the stall letter is from TransUnion.
Doesn't matter who it's from, buddy. It doesn't matter who it's from, buddy. What I'm trying to tell you, Ron, the stall letter is basically telling you what I told you. They need more time to do the investigation. So they sent a card to Truist. When they sent the card to Truist, Truist sent the information they need to get back. Now they need to verify and update your account. If they don't verify and update your account, that's when you send your next round in 30 days. You don't give them a chance to breathe. You keep stepping and stepping harder on their neck. You don't stop. You just keep going until eventually a blood vessel pops and you win.
Real
Okay.
shit.
Yeah.
I
The,
mean,
the number one letter.
from number one letter all the way to it's done. But you gotta stay consistent because this is the thing. You're confused as shit right now, aren't you, Noah? You're confused as shit. Let me break it down to you. Very simple, very, very easily, very quick. That letter that they're sending you, both letters, the stall letter and the Truist letter, it's all bullshit. It's got nothing for you to worry about. Go with your next round in 30 days. When your next, which we just did recently. Okay? So now, come right before Thanksgiving, we're going to get ready for that next round when you get another request. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
It's actually like what, 15 days?
15 days.
Hey, I have a question. That other company that you always mention, disputation function. What is maybe I said it wrong.
Which one?
The one that you said, uh, dispute. It starts with an F.
You Fox?
No, the one that you said the one that you used to use. I forgot the name of it.
Which one I used to use, my friend?
Not Metro, the other one.
Oh, factual disputing.
Yeah, what is that? I hear about.
It's just a type of disputing. It's just a type of disputing. It's not that what it is. It's just basically saying there's 18 levels of disputes that you can ask, and they're just the 18 rounds. Hey, you have to challenge the name, challenge the address, challenge the date of birth, challenge the account number, challenge this, challenge that. It's just 18 rounds of just bullshit. It
Is
doesn't
that what
work.
we Is that what we do or no?
No, we do
Ours
Metro
is
2.
more aggressive.
Ours is 100 times better. It's not about aggressive. Don't say aggressive. It's about actual, because they're two different methods. The only other thing that I would say is on par with this is UCC, which is consumer law, which I've been talking to a lot of people doing consumer law.
Hmm.
I see.
So
Well, out of
that's
those two, you prefer Metro?
I prefer Metro because the software is easier. There's nothing for consumer law at the moment. There's nothing like really easily to break down consumer law. Not that I know of, but I also haven't been looking for it.
Yeah.
So
Not consumer law, the other one.
the factual disputing,
Yeah.
there's many softwares that do factual disputing. It doesn't matter because they're not, it's not that the point of it, it's just, it's tedious. You're going to be, if you do 8 rounds with Metro, you're going to do 28 rounds with factual.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
All
All right.
right. Well, I appreciate you, bro.
No problem. I actually appreciate every single one of you for coming out on a short notice on a Friday night, man. You make a Saturday morning now. This is real. This, everybody learned something?
Yeah,
Hell
yeah.
yeah. Hell yeah, I know I
I'm gonna
did.
do the number one letter next round.
Awesome,
I'm
awesome,
trying to
awesome.
get that C8 by the beginning of the year.
There you go. There you go.
Mhm.
I hope everybody learned something. Everybody go get your free My Ultimate Insight. Did I gotta
Yeah, I'll
give
subscribe to it.
awesome, awesome, awesome. Get your free My Ultimate Insight. Get in there, check your stuff in. Let me know and let's keep going, guys. Let's keep
Okay.
going. This is great. Let's
All right.
grow. I'm looking forward to this to growing. And like I said, invite your friends, invite people. Just get them into group. We're just gonna keep giving away information. And when we run these things, we want to get people in here. Like I was very surprised that 3 people joined tonight, but I see that the people that I'm getting that are coming from the software to come in are actually a lot more engaged than the people that I had that came in via Facebook.
Mm.
The people that are coming in from the software have the idea